fuck was that? What's that shit all over my shirt? Okay, I'm back, everybody. Back at it. Had to give the neighbor some tips on Lyft. She's a Lyft driver. Had to give her some tips how to make that money. What's up, Mr. Beacon? How you doing? Nice to see you in here. Yeah, I did a short live earlier. It wasn't very busy. And plus my neighbor, I found out, is a Lyft driver, so I had to give her some tips. I had to kill the live stream and give her some tips on how to make that money. Everybody needs a little help every now and then. Gotta give them the help. I'm doing great, man. How about yourself? You know, I'm just, doing the thing day by day, brother. You know how that goes, man. How about yourself? You doing well out there? Did you have a busy weekend? And once again, like I say, I always appreciate you guys showing up, having fun. Did 19 rides? Oh, nice. Nice. What are you thinking about those new rules they're hitting all the New Yorkers with? Because you're up in New York, right? Kind of fucked up, all the new rules. Oh, that's good. Search change, nothing else. Oh, okay. So you're not stuck with you can only go on at certain times. You have to pick a shift, kind of like some of the stuff Dustin was talking about earlier. You're having to pick shifts and all that. You don't have to deal with that. Well, they changed the search day in LA too, so they're spanking everybody right now. Okay, well, that's cool. Well, nothing like that yet, I guess I should say. Seems like ever since that AB5, man, these companies have turned into monsters. They're like just being ruthless. Do you make decent money with that flat surge? Or would you rather have the old surge? Well, I'm sure everybody would rather have the old stuff, but do you make decent money with that new surge? Oh yeah, definitely. Companies don't like that companies don't like being put in the news and this and that, and they don't like that stuff, man. And especially when you figure Uber and Lyft have got away with so much, so being so unbalanced or unchecked. Shit, man, they can be as ruthless as they want now. I guess it's kind of like that, giving you an example, using others as an example for what you are asking for, and it screws other drivers in the process. I personally think these companies are looking to get themselves bought out. I really think that's what they're doing. Well, it's always good to hear drivers, you know, that say you can do good if you do it the right way, you know. And it's you guys are the one that gets hurt. You know, you guys go out there, do your thing, making your shit, and you guys are getting hurt by this type of shit, you know. It's not fair to you guys, really, to be honest with you. You're absolutely right. Yeah, independence is correct. That was the whole deal to, you know, it's to be able to do it when you want it and what worked for you, you know. And that's the thing. People lost track of that. You know. You know, and that's the unfortunate part. People just lost track. Hey, Chris B, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. And that whole independence, you know, it's starting to go away now with the whole scheduling and all that kind of stuff. So now you done lost one of the major pluses when it come to working for Uber and Lyft. You lost it. And it's only going to get worse, you know. Hey, Big J, what's up, man? There's Big J's in LA, guys. He's one of the LA guys. Just got hit with the new surge today. Just got my notification. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see if there's some way of like pre-announcing it when I'm gonna do it, and go from there. I'm not 100% sure. How'd you like that last food review, Jay? Man, we had a chicken sandwich in that bad boy. Woo! Chicken sandwiches was the shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Big J. That shit fucked my gut up big time, bro. That shit hurt my stomach. I was sitting there in that parking lot, bro. It was like my gut was like I swallowed a fucking alligator or something. That shit was tearing my shit up. I think it was that cheeseburger, man. I think it was that gnarly looking cheeseburger, man. It got me big time. So, yeah, Chris, that scheduling is crazy. That's the thing, man. They're trying to show them what it's like to be an employee now, and that's ugh. You know, and you know, I figured Lyft and Uber was going to do that anyways. They were going to kind of give people a sample of what they're able to do, since everybody thinks they're not able to do what, you know, shit. So, oh, dude, that burger was nasty, bro. Like I said, man, it tastes like you just licked the fucking bottom of a goddamn charcoal grill, man. That's what it fucking tastes like. What's up, Roxanne? How you doing? Thanks for showing up. Yeah, man, that shit tasted like the bottom of a goddamn fucking barbecue grill, man. It was funky. And that's probably what got me, though. I think that's what got me, man, because, like I said, you thought I'd swallowed an alligator. My stomach was like, rah, just getting tore up. It was fucking crazy. But, hey, free food, man. You can never, you know, can't really beat it. I was just happy we had the chicken sandwich review finally. I was waiting for that chicken sandwich review. Yeah. It was an interesting one. But that was on a Postmates. That wasn't even on the customer's fault. That was Postmates' fault. So hopefully the customer got their money back. I felt kind of bad for them, you know, that they weren't able to get their food, but, you know. Tessa Torment, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Thanks for the congrats, man. I appreciate it. You know, and so, yeah, that was on Postmates. They messed up the address, and, you know, they threatened me last time. You know, I went out of my way one time for a customer. You know, I took it to the right address, and Postmates threatened me with deactivation for not, you know, dropping the food off where it said to go. So I pretty much, you know, told the customer, you know, I can't bring it. They're gonna fucking give me you know, a bad mark or deactivate me for that. So. And I sent them a screenshot showing, hey, I'm exactly where I was supposed to go. So, you know, hopefully they got their money back, you know. Tesla Torment. I haven't seen that name in a long time. How you been, man? Well, no, you know, it was Carl's Jr. Chris B. So they're open 24 hours out here. So it was 24-hour food. So. Oh, okay, Big J. Yeah, go get your study on, brother. Be safe out there. Have fun. Sorry about your new surge. I know that sucks. But, yep, get your master's degree. That way you don't have to worry about, you know, lifting Uber shit no more, man. So, thanks for stopping by. Like I said, free food reviews are always for Big J. So, anytime I get them, man, look for that shout out. Yeah, B, it's fucking, yeah, Chris, it's fucking retarded. It's like, you know, they actually threatened me, sent me a fucking email threatening me that if I ever drove to an incorrect address to drop off food, that they were going to deactivate me for it. So I'm like, I ain't good. You guys know this is my only gig right now until I find a job. So I'm like, hell the fuck no, I ain't moving. But then again, you guys also know how customers are. They don't want to hear your excuses. They just think it's an excuse. It's your fault. Like, everything's your fault. That's one thing I don't like about this delivery stuff, man. The customer never takes it out on who they need to take it out on. And that's the people that, you know, the merchants themselves. It's not our fault that your food's late. It's their fault. They don't make it, or, you know, but they always take it out on the drivers. That's why your ratings always suffer. Like, I don't believe there should be ratings on food delivery. I don't think customers should be able to rate you like that. Because I don't know, Chris, I applied for 4 of them, so I haven't heard anything yet, you know, back about the Amazon jobs yet. So I applied for 4 different companies to do it, so we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing with the food delivery, man. Your ratings get dinged because of, you know, the merchants don't want to fucking make your food on time, and so you're late, or that they're always missing something out of the thing, and it's your fault, you know, like you work for them or something, you're supposed to. So, and I don't go digging in people's bags. That's gross. I'm not digging in nobody's bag. Check their food. Fuck that. But we don't get paid enough. Getting paid $4 or $5, you know, $4 delivery. I'm not gonna be digging through your food, making it for you, and everything else. Fuck that. Plus, I don't know, I would say 60% of these people don't even fucking tip you on top of it. So, yeah, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. I'm doing my best, you know, like I said, just filling out application after application, you know. Put the food in the trunk. Yeah, right. No, I just tie it up super good. I usually get like 3 or 4 different, I'll grab a couple extra bags from them and I'll tie it up, you know, in the bags. That way, you know, they can't say, oh, you dug through my food. No, it's like triple sealed, motherfuckers, you know. Plus, you don't even get, you know, we don't even have to have health cards here, you know. So, you know, you're digging in people's food without health cards and stuff. It's not the safest thing to be doing. So, but people, like I said, people don't want to hear your stuff. You know, they only care about themselves. So, you know, you got people taking a dump, not washing their hands, touching your food. That's nasty. I don't. Ugh. Oh, sweet. That's what it is. Hey, how you doing, young lady? Always, thank you. But yeah, that's cool. What, kind of through like Medicare, kind of pay you to be her worker? Or what, like through Social Security or something? Well, as long as you got all the legit, you got everything legit. You're a nurse and all that, so I don't see why you couldn't do it. Yeah, through Medicaid. Yeah, cool. Well, that'd be nice, Get paid to take care of your mom. That's awesome. Even though you do it for free, you still get paid to do it. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah, to be honest with you, Beacon, I really don't like food delivery, to be honest with you. Because I'm really anal about my food, and I don't want a lot of people, fondling my food, so it's I'm just not a fan of it. It's just... Yep, definitely, Chris. Got to take care of the ones that took care of you. That's very important. A lot of people lose that. They just want to stick them in a nursing home and leave them there to rot, and that's not cool. It's like they raised you your whole life, and now you just want to throw them in a nursing home. So you definitely get props on that, Chris. Definitely get props on that. Exactly, Chris. Throwaway society. There you go. Yeah, right, Beacon? It's horrible. It's not the fact that, the food delivery, if people use their common sense, that's the problem. You don't even know where you live. Come on, you don't put proper address. You don't. It's just ridiculous. It's not. It would be difficult to do, but you got so much extra crap you have to do, and it's not based on your performance. It's based on them. They don't want to have the porch lights on. They don't want to have their house lit so you can see the numbers. It's just dumb shit, man. It's come on. Stupid. Yeah, Roxanne, exactly. Common sense isn't common. They need to put that back in schools. They need to actually have a course called Common Sense. Because people just... But then again, it goes back to the whole society. Everybody wants shit given to them. They don't take the time to think about shit, because they got other people that are willing to think for them. So why should they think? That's the way it looks. Why should I have to learn it if somebody else would just do it for me? That's what it boils down to. It's kind of like the whole Lyft and Uber thing when you think about it. A lot of people out there, they just don't want to learn. They don't want to learn it. They just want other people to tell them how to do it, and then they'll do it instead of taking the time to learn for themselves. And then bitch when it doesn't work for them because, Geo's Chicago doesn't affect LA, or my stuff in Vegas doesn't affect what goes on in Florida. But they'll just find a reason to blame somebody else because they don't want to take the time to learn for them themselves. I don't understand it. I don't understand a lazy person's mindset. I really don't. To be honest with you, I don't. So. And the whole thing is that it hurts everybody else because, and everybody else gets hurt because people are just lazy nowadays. Don't want to take the time to do shit for themselves. So everybody else gets hurt in the process. As you can tell, I'm not a fan of lazy people, so I guess I was never lazy. I was raised military. My dad was in the military for 25 years, and I was raised military, so, we always, we had to do shit. We had to help our mom every day. My mom's, needed shit because my dad was away on deployments or whatever. So, we had to step up and learn stuff, because dad wasn't always there, to teach us everything. So you had to learn, Nowadays, even parents nowadays don't even teach their kids properly. They're too worried about who they're going to fuck at the club, and then to worry about where their kids at. Kids coming home at 1, 2 in the morning, and Parents don't even know where they're at and shit because they're too busy out trying to fuck somebody at the club or, you know, stupid shit like that, man. Society definitely needs to get back to the, you know, the old days, 50s and 60s, where families were actually families, you know. You go out to dinner, you weren't staring at a goddamn cell phone while you were eating, and you actually had to talk to your kids. You actually had to know what your kids were doing and shit. Nowadays, it's like just a bunch of lazy asses. Fucking sad. Then they wonder why their kids are fucking pregnant at 16 and 17 and all that bullshit. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that yet, Beacon. Haven't had a chance to. I didn't wake up till, what, 3:30, something like that. So I haven't really had a chance to look at any videos yet. So I'm going to do that a little bit later while I'm waiting on my food deliveries. I'll be checking out all that shit. Yeah, there is a lot of them out there. It's just that, you know, you got the two big guys right now. You know, it's kind of like Target and Walmart, man. You got to try to jump in that market. And there's really nothing you can, you know, to be honest with you, other than the pay. What can you really offer new drivers other than pay? That's the only thing you really have to offer. You know, the apps and shit, you can pretty much do all the apps the same, but the only difference would be the pay. You know, and for a new company that's trying to jump on with these giants, you know, they're gonna have to be willing to lose a lot of money in the beginning to get the customers, to get the, you know, and shit. So that's what the hardest thing is right now with, you know, competing against those two. You know, because they've been around so long now, and people know their names like the back of their hand. You know. Plus, it seems like all these people that start up these new apps are just they don't have no clue what driving is about. So, you know, that's the worst thing to do is start a business without knowing what it's actually about. That's just dumb. So. So, Chris B, are you still on here? So, Beacon, how'd you like those new videos, those breaking news videos? Hey, Chris, do you do any driving still, Chris? At all? Or is it right now just focused on your mom? Oh, okay. Thanks, Beacon. You know, they're probably busy, man. If they're busy, not to worry about it. Yeah, those are cool videos, huh? I was like, I actually had somebody throw a negative comment on one of my videos, man. Didn't like them. People don't like to have that. People don't like to have that fun in their life. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a little bit of fun, man. That Commando one, that was good though. I like that one a lot. He just tried to call me, Beacon. So, yeah, he just tried to call me. So, Mr. Donnie. Left me a voicemail, so I had to check his voicemail later. You probably want me to let me know about the auction thing that's happening. So, Chris B, have you done any driving? And whatever happened with that situation with that one customer? Did that ever get resolved? Man, slow night tonight. Everybody must have busy weekends, sleeping in, getting their dinner. Yeah. I see, Chris. Whatever happened with that situation with that one customer? Oh, no shit. Taking their sweet ass time. Oh yeah, no shit, Chris. They take their sweet fucking time. Unless you're charged with something, then they'll be right on it, it seems like. Oh, just shut off for no reason? Oh. Maybe you had to do an update or something, Beacon. The app updated or something. Or, you know, you do those 24-hour live streams sometimes. Maybe it was like, can't handle it. Ugh. Killed it. Yeah, I just want to do another live stream today because people seem to like them, and so thought I'd do one before I get out here and get to work. It looks like it's going to get a little rain action tonight, so it's been raining off and on, so we'll see how it is later. Maybe with the rain it'll be a busy night for the foods. Who knows? It'll be an interesting night. Well, that's good if they're still pursuing it. At least they're still pursuing it, Chris. So that's cool, you know. Getting depressed, stuck in the house all the time, yeah. I feel you on that. That's same here. You know, you're in the house all day long, and the only time you ever go out is to work, and so that shit kind of sucks. So I feel you on that, but you know what? Nothing you can do about it right now, I guess. What's up, Mr. Jordan? How you doing? Man, sorry to hear about your accident, bro. How's everything going with that? Yeah, I feel you, Chris. Definitely. What's up? Come on, man. Yeah, then how's that first 10-hour day going, man? How's that first 10-hour day, man? Keeping you busy? Yeah, Jordan, what happened with the car? Were you able to get those estimates today? Are you at all mechanically inclined, Jordan, to try to fix it yourself? How bad? I guess it depends on how bad it's been tweaked, but so how's that first 10-hour day going for you, Donnie? Good? Keeping you busy out there? Okay, Chris, well, I appreciate you taking a little bit of time out of your day, man. And have fun out there. And like I said, good luck with you and your mom. And, you know, prayers to you for all that good stuff. You know, make sure everything goes well. Well, that's cool. They let you back on the platform. That's sweet. Well, as long as it's not causing a danger to anybody with your car. Let's see. Nice. Good job, Donnie. Kicking that ass. Yeah, as long as it didn't cause no like major damage, I don't see why they wouldn't let you back on there. You know, it's not causing a safety issue. You know, so just glad it wasn't worse than it was, right? Because man, could have had your whole fucking door ripped off. Shit, that would have sucked. Just ugly. Hey, I've seen some ugly ass Uber cars, bro. So, you know, I've seen some horrible looking cars. I'm like, I'm seeing big ass dents in doors. I've seen cars missing bumpers. I don't even know how they're on a platform. So, I just don't think they just don't tell Uber or Lyft that their car was damaged. So they just continue to drive, and most customers don't really give a shit. So, yeah, you could have lost that whole door, man. That would have really sucked. That would have really fucking sucked. They would have yanked your whole door off. But yeah, I've seen some ugly ass cars, bro. So, and it's only, you know, it's probably ugly to you because you're like, you take such good care of it. You're like, oh, it's my baby. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Probably a lot of people won't even notice it. You know. Well, yeah, no one was hurt. Yeah, well, that's a plus. That's a plus, definitely. Lucky that fucking customer didn't sling the door open and jump out and get hit. And that really would have been a fucking mess. But once again, it just shows that these customers just don't give a shit about your stuff, man. It ain't there, so why do they care? You know? They pay $10 for a ride and you gotta worry about your car getting fucking damaged and beat up, and you know, that's why they need to jack those rates up on these customers. Make them pay. You shouldn't have to worry about being out of work. And hey, what's up, Mr. Ace? How you doing? Thanks for showing up. Yeah, man, I was gonna tell you, bro. If you can, you have my email down there. Email me a couple pictures of it. What I would need you to do, email me the outside of the door. Email me a picture of the inside of the door, and then I need you to take a picture. You know, if your door is sitting like this, take a picture of the edge of the door, so I can kind of look at it for you, man. I might give you a few tips on how to fix that bad boy. That'll work for you. So I've done that type of shit before, so I might be able to help you out with some of that. I'm doing great. I'm doing good, Ace. Just thought I'd do a quick live before I go out and hit these mean streets and sling the food to the masses. Yeah, definitely take those pictures for me, Ace, and I'll give you, if I can look at it, I can give you a few tips on maybe how you can fix it for yourself. You know. But yeah, just take those 3 pictures. I need the outside of the door, the inside of the door, and then straight on where you were looking dead at the door itself. Like, then let me take a look at it, and then I'll let you know. I'll email you back. You know, because some of that shit is actually pretty easy to fix yourself, especially on door panels. They're not usually the thickest metal to begin with, so you may just need a little bit of white paint, and I can tell you how to do the rest on your own. That way it'll help you out some. You have 1 sub? Oh shit, Ace, there you go. Your channel's growing. You the man now. It's growing. Once you get 1, you'll get more. Tell who about the auction? I let Dustin know about it. I sent it to him last night, you know. So, hey, youngster, see you later. Have a good one. All right, Donnie, be safe. Go make that money. That pinger panger. Got that pinger panger. There's my accent. Got the pinger panger. Ugh. Damn, Jordan. That sucks, bro. It's like, don't fuck up my car anymore. Yeah, if you get creamed like that on the freeway, bro, I wouldn't be able to help you knock that one out. Yeah, that sucks, Ace. I saw that. That's horrible. That's not cool at all. Panger, panger. There you go. Whoop. Yeah, that sucks, man. Well, but that just goes back to show, you know, when, you know, people, you know, they always talking about, oh, Lyft, Uber, they can't do this. We're going to tell them what to do. They're showing you what's up. And that's fucking sucks. Yeah, right? Knock on wood. That's one thing, Jordan, definitely. I did 12,500 rides, 3 years, never had an accident. So that's the biggest thing, man. You don't want to ever get in a crash and hurt yourself or your customers, man. That sucks. Yeah, that's some bullshit, Ace. That definitely sucks, man. But I hear they're doing something, you know, they're doing that thing with the airport now, too, where you get $25 guaranteed or some shit. Then it's over, as driver's over, yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate, you know, and what's going to be even worse is, you know, that shit they're throwing out in New York, they're going to start throwing out too, and that's going to suck. That's going to suck. Because I'm sure that's coming next. Yeah, Jordan, especially out here in Vegas, man, we got some fucking horrible drivers, bro. You know, and you know, a lot of this scheduling thing too is, you know, they could have very easily fixed it by, well, New York City has the caps on their drivers, but they capped them too high. Just limit your drivers. It's a simple fucking fix. You know, limit the fucking amount of drivers you have. It's that simple. It's one of the most easiest fixes that you can do is cap your fucking drivers. You know, you don't need to have fucking 180,000 drivers. You know, you don't need 180,000 drivers for a fucking city. That's fucking retarded, you know. I understand, yeah, okay, let's say you drop the rates, but if you keep your numbers in check as far as the amount of drivers can still make, you know, money with the lower rates. And, you know, you don't have to worry about everybody bitching and complaining. But because you have 180,000 fucking drivers in one city, you lower the rates, now nobody makes dick. And that's the simplest fix that could be done is cap the drivers. Cap them. It's that fucking simple. You know, they could treat them better. They could treat them better even now, even the way they have it. You know, they could treat them better now. They just choose not to because, you know, and like I said, you know, the AB5 thing, I'm not for it. You guys know this, but you know, it's that's what's causing a lot of the problem is people are just wanting so much, you know, and here's the whole thing with AB5, in my opinion. 3 simple fixes. We didn't need to go for all that crazy shit that they want. Was one, like I said, cap your drivers. That's number one. Cap the drivers. Ask for a driver cap. Like I said, you can't, you know, 180,000 drivers in a city, retarded. Cap. Have a set minimum fixed rate for drivers. Okay? just ask for, okay, we want this amount per mile, this amount per minute, never to change. Fix number 2. Let's see. What was I fucked? I had 3, man. Sorry, I do these on the fly. Sometimes I forget. But there's 3 simple fixes. Those are 2 definitely that would work. And the surge. That's it. The surge. Just keep the surge the way it was. You're getting away with ripping off the drivers as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? Just keep the surge the way it is. Charge customer whatever you want, but still keep it for the drivers. Keep that surge for the drivers. As long as you're getting your set minimum mileage and set minimum minutes and your little bit of surge, you're all making money. There's no reason to ask for health insurance, this or that. There's no reason for that. And like I said, cap the drivers. 3 simple fixes that would have saved a lot of drama for a lot of people. But now, I did that video about waking the sleeping giant. You done pissed them off. Now they're going to show you what it's like. They're going to show you how much, because everybody's talking about, oh, they don't have no power. They got to negotiate. They ain't got to negotiate dick. The only negotiating they're doing is looking for certain ways how to fuck you in your ass. That's the only negotiating they're doing, and they're doing that between them. So yeah, those are 3 simple fixes you could have asked for that wouldn't have affected everybody the way it's starting to affect everybody. Those are my personal opinions. Like I said, take them for what you're worth, but cap the drivers, ask for a set minimum rate that never changed at a specific amount, and keep your surge. Then you're fine. Everybody would make money. So that's my personal opinion, but but I think those are 3 easy fixes that could have been done without all the bullshit. The whole insurance, this, that, all that crazy shit. So, but now, like I said, you woke the sleeping giant up, and now they're gonna tell you what's up. So they're gonna show you really what they can do to you, and they're yeah, right, Ace, definitely 110%. And that's the thing. That's the thing when you get people like they just want to go fucking overboard. It's like there's no need to go overboard. And if you want to add that shit later down the road, add it later down the road. Don't try to jam everything. That's like you trying to fucking stick a big double cheese or a big ass fucking hamburger all in your mouth at the same fucking time. No, man, take little bites out of it. That's how you get shit to go. Take small bites at a time. All right, cool. Just take small bites at a time, man. And well, a lot of people I don't think are in favor of it, Jordan, is because a lot of people have worked very hard to learn what they've learned, to make that extra money, to do those things, and it's like they're being they're giving it back to the babies because the people that didn't want to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here that work very, very hard that took the time to make it their business, to learn their market so they can maximize what they're doing because they have a good work ethic. And now they're getting screwed over because some people just want to sit on their ass at the airport, and shit like of that nature. And that's, I can see why a lot of people don't like it. And plus, a lot of people, all of us have said that you don't want to be an employee. We've all worked those jobs where you're told when to come in, when to leave, when to take a dump. Nobody wants that shit. Nobody wants that shit. So we've all had those jobs, and this was an opportunity for really good hustlers to get out there and bust their ass and make their money. And now it's being taken away from them because you have a certain quantity of people that just don't want to do it. They just want to sit on their ass. So I guess that's why a lot of people oppose it. 50-50 in my market. Come on, man. Fat finger. Yeah, but even in your market, it being 50-50, Donnie, as long as you got a reasonable, like I said, my whole thing is I feel there should be a national flat rate. Like every market gets the same rate. Let's say $1 a minute, $1 a mile, 25 cents a minute. That should be nationwide. All drivers across the country get the same rate. Now, even at 50-50, they can, like I said, as long as Uber charges as much as they want to the passenger, who gives a shit? As long as you're getting your good, steady rate, you don't have to worry about going down. Everybody's making the same. As long as you're still getting that, they can charge the customer whatever they want. They can take 80% of the ride as long as you're still getting your good money with your rate. So that's my whole opinion on that. A nationwide rate, everybody makes the fucking same. That way you're not pitting drivers against other drivers. Your drivers are happy because they're making a good minimum rate. And what do you pay the customer? Fuck it. If the customer's willing to pay whatever you charge them, then let that be the case. But as long as you're getting a good base rate and your minutes, fuck, feel free, Uber, charge them whatever you want. Just make sure I can get mine in the process. The problem is different cost of living around the country. As far as that is concerned, if you can't afford to use the service, don't use the service. You shouldn't screw over the people that are driving and shit just because people can't afford the service. Before Uber and Lyft, people learned to walk, people learned to take the bus, people learned to ride their bikes, and just because Uber and Lyft is here now, don't mean you need to jack up or drop the rates just so you can get those people. No, that's me. So the different cost of living to me is, no, if they can't afford to use the service, then they don't use the service. It's that simple. You're trying to cater to, if that was the case, why not just give everybody free rides? Because everybody's hurting for money nowadays. Unless you won the lottery or something, or you're getting paid fat, everybody's hurting for money. So why not just give free rides if that's the case? No, fuck that. If they can't afford the service, they should not use the service. Plain and simple. Like I said, there's plenty of options, and like I said, people used to do these options long before Uber and Lyft was here. So, do that, in my opinion. Well, like I said, that what do you mean when you say San Francisco and Detroit? Yeah, but the situation is, if everybody's making the same base rate, the drivers are all still making the same amount of money, regardless of the cost of living. The cost of living, that has to be determined by customers. If you got your customers that, let's say, they can't afford a $10 ride, so you're going to drop the driver's rate to 35 cents a minute just so you can charge the customer $5. That's a no-no. The rate should be the same for every driver, and if the customers cannot afford to use the service, then they don't use the service. It's that simple, in my opinion. And let's face it. I started when the rates were really good, decent. I think it was $150 a mile here or something like that. People still use the service, paying the higher rates that the customers were paying. People still use the service plenty. So, to sit there and try to use, these companies to use, the cost of living is, no, man, that's just bullshit. People still used it, And like I said, okay, we'll take you for example, Jordan. Okay, San Francisco, Detroit. McDonald's still gonna charge you $4 for a Big Mac in San Francisco. They still charge you $4 for a Big Mac in Detroit. They're not gonna change the way they are. Okay, San Francisco $4. Well, Detroit, we're only gonna charge $2 for a Big Mac. No, that's not how it works. It's, if they can't afford to use the service, they shouldn't, be honest with you. And that's not a stab at poor people or anything like that. It's just that's the way it is. Before Uber and Lyft, people learned to get around with their feet, their bikes, the bus. So it shouldn't change now. Yeah, that's true. But if it's at at a set rate, everybody's making the same per mileage. It's better than, getting everybody dropped, because right now they're dropping everybody. They're dropping everybody because they can. So yeah, even the people in New York are starting to lose their rates they're getting dropped just like the people in LA. So it doesn't matter what the cost of living is at that point, because they're dropping the rate regardless. So if it's more expensive to live in New York, you're still getting paid shitty rates, the same shitty rates they get in, let's say, in Arizona. So obviously the company don't give a fuck about cost of living, because they're still dropping. They don't care about your cost of living. So yeah. But the cost of living doesn't really affect you as far as how should I say it? What, I guess you got whatever the minimum. Well, you got a national minimum wage of $7.25, so you're always guaranteed to get that. So yeah, but the minimum rate is still set at a certain level for national minimum wage. So, but and really, when you think about it, Jordan, all these cities, Detroit, let's say Kentucky, they all had higher rates in the beginning, and everybody still used the service. So the cost of living, really wouldn't have changed now from now till then. It's just that the rates have dropped. The companies have cut the rates, and it had nothing to do with the cost of living for that, because all these cities were making good mileage rates back in the days. So I don't know, but that's what I think would work. A straight straight mileage rate all the way across the country. Yeah, it's the way the customers, and that's the problem. They're trying to get everybody to use the service like it's a fucking bus, and that's the problem. If they can't afford to use the service, then don't use the service. It's that simple. Pay the drivers what they're worth, and go from that point. But you're good. They went from I want better pay to now I want health insurance. Now I want sick leave. Now I want my baby's daddy to be able to be off work 6 months and get paid. Now all kinds of shit that you went from the one thing that was the most important, and you added 4, 5, 6 different things to it, and it's just fucked it all up. You wanted better pay, you should have went for better pay only. Or you should have went for better, not try to say, okay, we want better pay, but now I want you to do this, and this. You can't do that. That's, like I said, you got to take little chunks. You can't shove the whole fucking burger in your mouth at the same time. You got to take little bites, get that shit down. And so, and that's another thing that's kind of irritating about the whole AB5 thing is you guys wanted better pay, but yeah, then it turned into, health insurance, this, that, this. Come on. I'm all for better pay, everybody, but don't say under the disguise of I want better pay, you want sick leave, you want health care, you want fucking this, you want fucking that, you want this. No, you went way beyond what you wanted. Yeah, right? There you go. Fucking give me donuts every morning. That's what it's fucking like. Give us donuts. We want donuts. We want fucking, Like I said, you fight for a better wage and a free Red Bull. Come on, man. Yeah, you went from one thing to we want better pay. And how did better pay turn into fucking health care, days off with pay? My baby's daddy needs time off from work. How did better pay end up with all this extra shit? That's what's crazy about it. Like I said, everybody should get paid what they're worth, but don't push your luck, because pushing your luck is costing a lot of people. You know, a lot of people are getting screwed over because you try to push your luck. And that sucks. Does that? But you got to make sure you got to ask to say, do you and if you're in a 5-star driver, do you get the happy ending at the end of your massage, Jordan? You got to add that. We got to add that extra, because everybody needs that extra. Because I'm a 5-star driver, I want a happy ending at the end of mine. So, yeah, gotta have that extra incentive to be the 5-star driver. So you get the happy ending at the end of your massage. Or if I completed my consecutive trip bonuses, do I get my happy ending at the end of the massage? You know, that's the shit. That's how it comes out. It just sounds corny like that shit. Like, do I think they brought it upon myself, Beacon? Of course they did. Of course it did. Was it the protest? Of course it was. Because anytime you put these big giants in the spotlight, they don't like it. Nobody likes being put under the bus, brother. They don't. And so, of course, they're bringing it on themselves, because they chose to throw Uber and Lyft under the bus. You know, there's so many different. They could have went about it a whole different way. You know, you're throwing shit under the bus. But see, that's the thing. When you went out and did your protests, you were claiming you just wanted more money. But now your more money has turned in, like I said before, healthcare, free this, free that, free massages, like Jordan said. You turned it all into that. So, you know, you were protesting, you know, just want better money, but you turned it into something totally else. So, you know, and we all know once politicians get a hold of something, bro, they go mad balls to the wall with it. So you could ask a politician, can I get some chocolate on my donut? Next thing you know, you're gonna have chocolate, sprinkles, fucking Oreos. They're gonna try to turn the donut itself into chocolate. So that's, you know, so once you get politicians involved, they just go balls to the motherfucking wall. Yeah, right. You know, you asking for minimum wage. Minimum wage is only $15 in California. How would you like to drive for hours making fucking $15 an hour? Fuck that. You might as well drive a bus for $15 a fucking hour. You know, not your own car. Yeah, no driver wants to make minimum wage. If we all want to make minimum wage, we'd go flip burgers at fucking McDonald's. You wouldn't be fucking out there trying to make your own money. So, nobody wants minimum wage. That was the whole plus of this job, was you could do it without making a minimum wage. Right, salary. Well, fuck, Jordan. As much as they spend on balloons, they could afford that kind of salary. As much as they were spending on balloons for fucking people's anniversary at Uber, shit, could have paid for those fucking salaries with the balloon money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Beacon. If you just wanted to work for minimum wage, then just go flip burgers at McDonald's, you know? And then you can get your McDonald's, you can get your sick time, your fucking paid vacations, whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, right? There you go, Donnie. It just goes back to people wanting everything handed to them instead of willing to go out and work for it. That's what all that boils down to. And California is a perfect example. And no, you know, I'm not dogging everybody in California, but you know, California is a perfect example. They want everything given to them. They don't want to work for it, and they have that government that they're willing to pay 80% of their taxes out of their paycheck to get whatever they want given to them. And that's California has always been that way. Just give, and the people are the ones that pay the price in the long run. You know. And like I said, let's say you give everybody minimum wage. Kind of like how we have it out here. You got people out here wanting $15 an hour. They don't even take pride in the $8 an hour they make. They can't get your orders right. They can't help you right at the register. And so they don't even take the pride in the $8 they make. Why should I pay them $15 for the same shitty service? No. If you're willing to take pride in that $8 and show that you're worth more than the $8, then I'll be happy to give you more than $8 an hour. But if you can't even, have the pride to, get what you're, the pride to work hard for what you're making, why should I give you more? That's how I look at it, I'll be more than happy to give you $15 an hour to flip burgers at McDonald's. But I'd also would like to make sure I got the right food every time. My food didn't look like somebody fucking an elephant sat on it. Yeah, I'd give you your $15 an hour, but you go into McDonald's or you go into these other places that pay minimum wage, and these fucking people act like you're a fucking piece of shit. And so if you can't take pride in the amount of money you're making now, what makes you think you're going to take pride in $15 an hour? Then you're going to be like, oh, I think I'm worth 20. Let me go for 20 now. So fuck it, man. I don't. So you can't say you're worth more if you don't act like you're worth more. You got to take pride in what you got to at least have some pride in what you're already making to expect somebody to give you more. Yes, they are. That's it. You're exactly right. So yeah, they're going to take advantage of the poor people because the poor people are the ones that need it. But at the same time, people also need to learn to live within their means. I know I can't afford to go out and eat every day. I go to my mom's to eat once a day. That's what I get once a day at my mom's house. I know I can't afford it. I'm not going to go out and do it. And these people want to live these lifestyles that they can't afford to live. And that's once again goes back to the society issue. Everybody wants to have the prettiest shit, whether they can afford it or not. They want to have the prettiest shit. They want to have the best fucking tennis shoes. I'm happy with Walmart tennis shoes. I wear Walmart tennis shoes. I'm happy with them. They cost me $15. I'm happy with them. I don't give a fuck about no $180 fucking pair of Jordans. And I'm not going to go out and look to buy a pair of $180 pair of Jordans when I know I can't afford it. But that's the problem. These people, instead of buying groceries for their house, they rather go buy the newest iPhones, the newest fucking shoes, the newest sweatsuits, and put rims on their car instead of taking care of what needs to be fucking taken care of. That's the fucking problem. Yeah, there you go, Roxanne. Exactly. They want to live these lifestyles that they know they can't afford, and when they get themselves in the situation, they think everybody else should dig them out of their fucking hole. So. I live in a $700 a month condo. I don't have anything fancy. So I live within my means, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with living within my means. I don't need all that shit. I'm not out there to impress nobody. Who gives a fuck about a $180 pair of shoes? I'll step on those motherfuckers and they won't be all pretty anymore. I wear Tesla shoes. There you go. Oh, that reminds me, you guys said that. There's a Tesla today. I think I got to read the story, but I think it was on automatic mode, and it fucking plowed in and plowed in like 6 cars today. And I think it may have ended up killing one person and injuring others. So I'll give you guys a heads up on that next time. But yeah, it happened today. A Tesla did that. So I got to see if it was on automatic mode and splashed into these people. I know it killed one person, injured like a bunch of others. So. But it's just a lot of the issues nowadays. It's just society issues. We need to get back to what's more important, which is your families, your friends. All right, Donnie, be safe, man. Which is, you just need to get back to old school, man. You know, quit worrying about the minor shit. Get back to your families. Get back to taking care of your kids, taking care of your friends and family. That's the most important shit. People lost sight of that shit. You know, I'd rather spend, hey, Ryan, what's up? How you doing, man? I'd rather spend, you know, money buying my son some shoes than worry about having me a $180 pair of Jordans, if that's what it came down to, or what it boils down to. So, you know, but you have parents out there that have these fucking 80 pairs of shoes, and their kids have these beat up ass pair of shoes because they just don't give a fuck. You know, and that's not cool. You know, not cool at all. So until society fixes its issues, you're always going to have these issues. And people trying to take advantage of the issues too. I know you finally got one, man. Whoop, whoop. Hopefully it's worth your while, brother. Hopefully I make it worth your while to come to others. Don't waste your time. Well, of course, all women love shoes. But are you a beacon? Are you willing to put yourself in debt and shit just to buy shoes? You know? There you go. So, but there are people out there that will bitch and complain they don't make enough, but yet they'll try to go out and buy these fucking shoes for their wife, knowing that they can't afford them. And then they'll be wondering why their lights got turned off, or there's no food in the fucking house to feed their kids. And the first thing they're going to want to blame is, oh, my job don't pay me enough. No, your job pays you plenty if you learn to live within your fucking means. So that's the issue. Yeah, right? Women love anything materialistic. I can't say that about all women, though. You know, there are women out there that, you know, but once again, Jordan, that's a society issue. You know, that's a society issue. You know, because for some reason, and I don't know why this is, but for some reason, guys nowadays think their dick's gonna fall off if they don't get the pussy. So the minute there's some pussy in front of them, they're gonna, they bow down and just do all this crazy shit. It's like, you know, your dick's not gonna fall off if you don't get no pussy. You know, let's face it. But that's how guys act nowadays. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? You know, so, you know, that's how it is, man. It's like, and women know that. Women know that they got the pink thing. That guys are gonna bow down to the pink thing. And so why not take advantage of the pink thing? That's what they're doing. You know, fuck that. You know, and you got these guys out here that are so desperate for the pink thing that they're willing to do anything and everything for it. Fuck, motherfuckers kill for the pink thing. You know, there are people out here killing other people for the pink thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's crazy. You know, like I said, I don't know if I ever told you guys this story of this passenger I got, but so we'll give you no crybaby story time. I had this one chick one time. I pulled up to her house. Pretty gnarly looking, like, I won't say ghetto, but kind of a ghetto-ish house. No cars in the driveway, no nothing. She comes out the house, and she's a very, I'm not gonna lie, she's a nice looking girl. I'm not gonna lie, but she got in the back seat of my car, and I, you know, and it's rare. I worked mornings. I think I did mornings like 5 times out of the whole fucking year. But I chose to do a morning shift because I was like, what the fuck? Well, I don't know why the fuck. So she gets in my car, and I turn around and say, hey, how you doing? Good morning. And she looked at me like I was fucking some stinky monster. Like, looked at me like, why the fuck are you even talking to me type look. And so I'm like, I didn't even start the ride yet, none of that shit. So I told her straight up, I was like, why the fuck are you getting in my car looking all stuck up when I say hello and hi to you? And she just gave me that look like, what are you talking about? I said, wait a minute, you called me for the ride. I didn't call you. I said, you get in my car, I say, good morning, how you doing? And you look at me like I'm some piece of shit? I'm like, what's that about? Because you guys know I'm straightforward. I don't give a flying fuck. And I told her, why the fuck are you looking at me all stupid and shit? She goes, well, I always have these guy drivers that always want to hit on me. And I told her, hey, let me stop you right there. I said, unless you pull down those panties and fucking rainbow or unicorns pop out those motherfuckers, you're no different than any other female to me. I said, all you are right now is my paycheck. I'm going to get you from point A to point B, safe manner. That's all you are to me. So there's no reason to get in somebody's car and act like you're fucking stuck up or better than me. Because remember, you're the one that called me for a ride. I didn't call you for a ride. And she's like, wow, I really can't believe you talk to people like this. I said, you know what? I don't like people that think that they're better than other people. And she goes, so I hadn't started the ride yet either. So I'm like, okay, now would you like to continue the ride or would you like to order another Lyft? And she's like, no, we'll take the ride. So I'm like, okay, fine. And so go drop her off. Now, I didn't say a fucking word to this girl at all. And I drop her off. I look at my earnings, and boom, she left me a $15 tip. And I'm like, what the fuck? And later on, when you get your weekly feedback, she left a little paragraph of we had a good conversation, and he blah blah blah, all this shit. So yeah, so it just goes to show you, you know, how that people think. You know, they think because they got that thing between their legs that, you know. And like I said, no, I actually gave her 5 stars, bro. I don't give a fuck. I gave her 5 stars. She gave me a $15 tip. You know, I'm not gonna hold it against her because she thinks she's better than everybody else. I just put her in her fucking place to let her know that not all guys think like that. And, you know, shit, I was married for 20 years. Pink thing doesn't impress me. You can get the pink thing whenever you want. Fuck, you can drop a fucking dime on the floor out here in Vegas and get pussy. So it's nothing special. So to think that they're special, but that's story time for everybody. Yeah, but yeah. So, you know, I just don't like when people think they're better than other people. You know, that's just crazy to me. I don't, like I said, unless you got rainbows or sunshine popping out of it, it's still just pussy to me. I don't care. So, and every once in a while you have to put people in their place. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to let people know what's up, you know. Could that have got me deactivated? You know damn straight it could have, but, you know. So, but that's me for you. You know what? But that's, you know, you got still got to stick to your convictions. That's the way I look at it. So, you know, because I don't act like I'm better than everybody. Fuck, I'm far from it. So I don't act like any, you know, like I said, when I was a bouncer back in the days, making $800 a fucking day, I still gave everybody the fucking same respect. I didn't fucking treat them differently because I had a pocket full of fucking money. No. It's fucking respect, man. It's not have nothing about, you know. And plus, why the fuck would I want to hit on a girl that has nothing in my car anyways? It's like, bitch, I don't want to drive all the time. Have a car. You can pick me up for once in a while. Why the fuck do I gotta drive all the time? You know, fuck that. If I'm gonna involve myself with a female, I want a female that has something to give me, not just the pink thing. Fuck that. Like I said, you can drop a dime and get the pink thing. Fuck. You know, I'm not gonna fucking get all excited over some chick that fucking, you know, you don't even got a car. You gotta call me for a ride because you don't have one. Shit, I don't want to drive all the fucking time. So, yep, $800 a day. That was on average, Ace. Yep. Pays well to beat people up for a living, I guess. But yeah, so, you know, that's the way it is, you know. That's why I never really involved myself. So I never had that issue with involving myself with customers and I'm trying to play the Mac Daddy. I'm like, well, you don't have nothing to offer me. You know, you're calling me for a ride. You have nothing to offer me. So, and not saying you got to have a car to offer me anything, but if you don't even take the time out to take care of your own shit first, how can you take care of another motherfucker? You know, that's how it is. You know, always got to be able. You got to take care of yourself first before you can worry about taking care of other motherfuckers. You know. Have I thought about getting back into the bouncer game? Not really, man. You know, that's a rough living, dude. And the reason why I got out of it is because I was stabbed once, right in the gut. So I got a nice big probably 2.5 inch scar on my stomach from where I got stabbed in it. So no, you know, that's a rough, you know, it's probably not as bad now because back when I did it, you didn't have as many bouncers in a club. Nowadays, fuck, you got a bouncer everywhere. So it's a little different and shit of that nature. So I was kind of like that Roadhouse type shit. You know, the club didn't have but 1 or 2 bouncers, you know, for a whole club. Whereas now, shit, you walk into most strip clubs and you got like fucking 35 bouncers within a 400 square yard radius. So not the same. So casino security, yeah, I could probably get into the security stuff, but you know, once again, out here in Vegas, you got to have cards and you got to have a fucking special security card. You got to have gun cards. Man, it's like just to get a job here at any casino and all that shit, you gotta have like $500 just for cards alone. Sheriff's cards, non-gaming cards, alcohol cards. There's so much shit you gotta have. Like security, you'd probably end up having to have your health card, your alcohol card, your security guard card, your weapons guard card. There's so much shit you gotta do to get motherfucking, you know, just to get a simple job out here. It's not like it used to be anymore. You know, you could go into a job out here, no problem, shake hands. I'll see you on this day. Now, you know, you go to get a casino, you got to have like 6 interviews with 6 different people just to say yes or no. You know, and if one of those 6 different people don't like you, you're fucked. You ain't getting a job. So yeah, dude, no shit. Here, I'll give you the perfect example. Just to work at a fucking 7-Eleven out here, you got to have a health card. You got to have an alcohol awareness card. You got to have a gaming card. I think there's one other card. 4 different cards. Just work at a motherfucking 7-Eleven. You got to have like 3 to 4 cards. Just work at a fucking 7-Eleven. And the shit's not cheap. Like, you know, a gaming card will run you close to over $40. Your sheriff's card is going to run you sometimes up to $100. Your fucking health card's $40, and then you got to take courses online so you can, you know, you have to pay for a $25 course online so you can go down and take the test to get the card. Just to get a job at 7-Eleven, it's probably going to cost you close to $300 in cards. It's fucking retarded. It's ridiculous. No, they're not certificates. They're actually physical cards that you have to go down and get. Have your picture on it, your name, all kinds of shit on it. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Ryan. It's just ridiculous. You know, why do I have to have a gaming card to work at fucking 7-Eleven? Because just because there's gaming machines there, that don't mean dick. I don't give a fuck about those. You know, it's like now it's just crazy. You know, back in the day, you didn't have to have a special card to give for somebody to buy a beer. Now you have all these fucking things, man. And it's just the state and city trying to get their money. That's all it is. Somebody, you know, rubs this person back. So it's like the whole security card, the security guard card. Never had to do that. You could do security anywhere and not have to have these special cards. But, you know, somebody from this person probably said, well, we should do this, and everybody gets their pockets greased. So it's just fucking retarded out here when it comes to shit, you know. Learning how to card count, fuck that. Then you get blackballed from every casino in fucking Las Vegas. Watch that movie Casino, how they used to do it in the old days when you got caught cheating. They'd fuck you up. Yeah, you'd be out back bleeding. They didn't play back in the days. Yeah, now they just blackball you from every fucking casino. You'll get kicked out of every casino. Can't even walk in those motherfuckers. Can't even walk through a casino to go to a buffet, you'll get busted. Are ruthless out here. So, don't ever want to get caught cheating, that's for sure. And plus, I don't gamble. I've never gambled in my life. So, I had a brother, my older brother, he had a gambling addiction. So, I kind of saw his issues, and that's not something I wanted to do. So, I learn from what I see. So, I've seen people with these issues, and it's always, except for this issue here, I've always seen these people with these issues. So it kind of helps steer me away from those fucking issues. especially here in Vegas. You know, you have so much, you know, shit being thrown in your fucking face nonstop. So, you know, it takes a strong person to, you know, not get sucked into that fucking atmosphere or that lifestyle. So, you know, but I've had it personally happen to my family. And so, like my brother with drugs, my brother with the gambling. So it always kept me out of that shit, you know. So I always learn, you know, that's the thing. A lot of people look at me as this big fucking brute, but they don't understand. There's actually a brain in there. It's not just, you know, I'm not just some big guy and some big dummy. So, and a lot of people seem to think, oh, well, he's just a big crazy guy and he don't know anything until they get the shock of their life when they find out I do have a brain. So. How many people have I had losing, you know, crying? I've never had anybody bitch and complain about that, really. I haven't. I wasn't a big fan of driving the strip. To be honest with you, I wasn't a fan of the casino shit. So I worked certain times and certain shit where I didn't have to deal with the majority of those people, and shit like that. So, but I've never had anybody crying about that. I've had people cry about other shit, breaking up with their fucking boyfriends, and, you know, shit like that, getting in fights with their boyfriends, and, you know, stupid shit like that. But I've never, shit. I had one customer that made me cry. Because, dude, it was crazy. It's a crazy story. I won't tell it because it'll cause me to break down. But this older lady, she hit me straight. Her situation and my situation at the time had just collided, and fuck. Yeah, I won't tell that story because I'll break down. So, you know, maybe when I'm a little stronger, I can tell that story. But hey, George, how you doing, my man? What's going on? But yeah, so, but yeah, I never had anybody that lost anything from gambling. Most of the people you pick up on the strip are tourists, anyways. Most locals, they drive their own shit, unless they're taking the old lady out to fucking Cirque du Soleil or some shit like that. Most of them are all fucking tourists. So, and to be honest with you, I don't think a lot of the tourists gamble as much anymore because they've gotten so many things here to do now. So, you know, all the shows, all the free shit you can do, different stuff. So it's not like back in the old days where people specifically came here just to gamble. Now that we got the sports and shit going on. Hey, Joker, what's up? Now that they got the sports shit going on. So, you know, there's so much more to do here now than just gamble. Not like back in the 30s and shit when it was all. Do I like tourists? I love the fucking tourists, bro. I love fucking tourists. Tourists are the most fun. Tourists are the most fucking fun in the world because you could get away. Like you guys see the way I talk like this to my customers. The tourists love that shit, man. They wanted to see the real local type person. I'm the real local type person. I'm all Vegas 100%, born and raised, and so that was one of the most shocking things to a tourist, that they would get a driver that was actually born and raised here, and that was like that made their fucking trip. It seemed like, I swear to God, they were like, oh my God, you're from Vegas? I'm like, yeah. And, you know, it would just go from there. And I love fucking tourists, man. Because not only that, you know, you gain so much knowledge from other people from other areas of the world that you would never get to meet if all you did was pick up fucking local people. You know, like I said, I met everybody from I had people in my car that lived in Siberia. I had people from all over the fucking world in my car. And that was the coolest shit, to be able to have people in your car from all over the world. You know, other than Antarctica, and until the penguin jumped in my car, I could have said Antarctica, but I love fucking tourists, man. Anybody that says they don't love tourists, man, they got issues, man, because tourists are the greatest. And tourists always tipped. Tourists were the greatest, some of the best tippers in the world, man, because, you know, they're here. They know that Vegas is a tipping atmosphere. Locals, they won't fucking tip you dick, because they don't live off tips here, most people. Well, most people do on the strip, and they don't tip. And so tourists, they know it's a tipping city, they actually tip. So yeah, you can make good money off tourists. Just have fun with them too, because you can make up shit they don't fucking know. You can make up shit and tell tourists all kinds of weird, crazy shit. They didn't know. They weren't from here, so they didn't know. You could have told them, like, I would make jokes with them and shit. I'd tell people I washed windows on the top of the fucking skyscraper buildings out here, shit. They don't fucking know. You could have just a shit ton of fun, you know. And it also, like I said, it helped you with your tips too, because born and raised here, you can give them all that secret fun shit that somebody who just moved here couldn't tell them. So I could give them all kinds of cool secret fun shit things to do that didn't cost them a lot of money, they could take their families to and have fun. So yeah, man, I love fucking tourists, man. Love them. If I could drive tourists nonstop, that's what all I would have did. But then again, I wasn't a fan of the strip either, because I don't like traffic. I'm not a fan of driving traffic. What's up, Payman? Hey, there you go. Payman's a local driver. Hey, Payman, do you like tourists? Do you like picking up the tourists? You know, Journey, European tourists, they all tip here. Everybody tips here. They all pretty much know that's a tipping city. So yeah, they tip. But then again, also your tips determine you being a driver. The way if you drove like a dink or you acted like a dink, yeah, you probably wouldn't get tips. That maybe a good, crazy, you know, having fun driver would get tips. So, you know. Yeah, that's one thing good, being born and raised in Vegas, man. You could give those, you know, cool spots to go to that may not cost them as much money, because they're already spending fucking shit ton of money as it is, you know. So if you could always give them that little secret spot to go to that saves them money, and they could take their family and have fun, fuck yeah, you were getting hooked up. They were hooking you up. Canadian tourists, man, I don't think you could do anything to hurt a Canadian tourist. They're just nice people altogether. They're just nice people. I ain't gonna lie, they're just nice ass people. So, you know, you couldn't really make a Canadian tourist mad. I'm sure you could if you did the right thing, but you know, they always seem to be super cool. Australian people too. Australian people are fucking awesome too. Super friendly, always talkative, not stuck up. So they were always fucking cool. They were always cool shit. But if you got a car full of Australian people, yeah, you were having a blast. Those motherfuckers were fun all the fucking time. Especially the chicks. The chicks, man. Fucking Australian chicks, man, they have no inhibitions, man. They'll talk about anything. They'll fucking anything. They didn't give a shit. They were not proper in any way. They would tell you the craziest stories. You know, so yeah, they were awesome. Awesome. But I would think, I think a lot, let's say, I'm trying to think who was probably the most stuck up type people that I ever picked up. Fuck, let me think. I didn't think who was the most stuck up. You know, like I said, it was hard. It was all, I guess it all depends on you as a driver, what you consider stuck up, or how you played your customers, or how you dealt with your customers. Because I can see if you're just some shitty ass doo-doo driver, that they would probably act stuck up towards you. But I really wouldn't. I would think if anything it would be like the French people, those type of people. Nothing against them, that's their thing, but probably the Frencher people. Like, yeah, European girls, man, they are so awesome, dude. They are so like carefree and totally different from American chicks. You know, so if you're ever looking for a good girlfriend, go for somebody foreign. No shit. Oh, probably the worst tippers are the Chinese people. Those are nothing against Chinese people, but they were probably the worst tippers. So, in my opinion. But yeah, European girls, they were always out to have fun. They were here to just have fun, and like I said, they look at a lot of things different than American chicks do here. So it's not all about. They just want to have fun, and yeah, Oriental people, yeah, those are usually your worst tippers. I just think because it's their society though. Their society is, they're not based on tips, and they're all about respect. So that's why I think they didn't tip as much or at all. Yeah, that's the one thing about it. It was always based on respect. Oh, so Indians are the worst for where you're from? Right, Joker? That you got a good point there, man. Yeah, they are right there. Rich people don't tip. There you go. Payman just told you right there. Especially here in Vegas. They don't. I've pulled up to people's houses, and we got some of these houses out here that were millions and millions of dollars. And those would be the ones that don't tip. Where you could be in the ghettoest ass fucking neighborhood, drop them off, and they would give you $5. So yeah, definitely rich people don't tip. Maybe that's how they got rich. Fuck, I don't know. But yeah, they don't tip. I encourage people always, Jordan, to ask questions. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It is. It is out here, man. Like you said, yeah, you could drop a motherfucker off to a $10 million fucking crib and then give you a fucking dime, but yeah, you could drop somebody off in like the ghetto ass rundown apartments and they give you $5. Fucking, you know, so yeah, that's how you stay rich, right, Joker? Don't give it to nobody. But yet the rich people are the ones that want the best service. They'll be the first ones that give you the 1 star because you know you had a smudge on your fucking window or something. So yeah. But they'd be the first ones to give you the 1 stars just because, you know, because they are rich and they assume that, you know, they deserve only the best, but yet they don't want to tip you and shit like that. So. I'll give you a perfect example. I picked up Nate Diaz from the UFC one time. I picked him up and his bodyguard and his manager. You think those motherfuckers left a dime? Hell to the fuck no. They didn't leave me a goddamn nickel for, you know. So no. So yeah, so they, you know, it's just. I'm the same way, Beacon. That's how I did mine too. I never give an in-between star. You either got a 5 or you got a 1. That's how I did it. There was no fucking in-betweens. You either was a 5-star customer or you were a 1-star customer. I don't, that 2, 3, 4, no, fuck that. And George, that's why I never worked the airport. I didn't like dealing with fucking luggage. That's why I never worked the airport. I didn't like it. I didn't like, you know, getting out of my car to have to pull out luggage. Motherfuckers have no respect. And you had no choice, really, to get out of your car because if you didn't, they'd be banging up your shit, you know, trying to smash like 14 suitcases in the back of a Nissan. Yeah, so that's why I just never avoided the airport altogether. I just didn't like it, you know. And then they don't want to tip you either. So you done doing all this work and they don't tip you either. So I was like, fuck that. Fuck the airport. I'm not doing airport. Plus, as you guys know, airport runs here kind of weak. Yeah, kind of weak. You know, everything's to the strip from the airport. And, you know, you might get that local every now and then, though. Shit, I wish one would give me $100 motherfucking dollars tips. Shit, yeah, they're crazy, man. Okay, I guess it all depends where you're from, how they tip. I don't know. Yeah, I never waited in the queue either, Ryan. To me, I just never did it. Wasn't a fan of the airport. Just never was a fan of it. I think I picked up 10, 12 times from the airport, and that was it. So it just all depends. But I'm going to have to let you guys go here. It was nice seeing everybody again. I got to get out here and go feed the masses and try to make a little bit of money and Another night of that beautiful food delivery service. Never know when you're gonna get that free dinner. So once again, I'd like to appreciate everybody that showed up tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself as usual, and I'll see you guys again later. I might do more of these live streams because it seems to be people like to live streams pretty much. And like I said, I want you guys to come in and have a good time. And don't worry, I got some more of those exclusive interviews coming out, or in those exclusive videos. You'll probably be seeing some more of those too. Now that my channel's growing up a little, I'm starting to get a little bit more of those special emails with those exclusive videos and stuff for you guys to watch. So once again, good night everybody. Be safe if you're out there working. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evenings, and I'll see you guys again. Okay, be safe, Donnie. Panger panger, man. Panger panger. We'll get those. Don't open your door in traffic. No shit, right? You got that one. Okay, Beacon, Journey, everybody, thanks for stopping by. All right, Alamo City, have a good one, man. See you guys later.